to that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, you know, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing. She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. Mm-hmm. They were still married. And I was like, no, you know. And so, you know, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, you know. And she was right.
Nicole Murphy, you're disgusting. You sat on that couch and you laughed. It ain't no moment. It's a mess. You wrong for that. You the type of women that let these men be evil. They gotta have some help, and women like you are that type of help.
Dang. Y'all, there have been very few times where we've talked about Miss Lisa Raye McCoy, but this is definitely one of them, because the way she called out Nicole Murphy for sleeping with her ex-husband is one for the books, baby. Lisa Raye and Nicole were good friends when Nicole had the bright idea to start messing around with Michael Misick, Lisa Raye's ex-husband, in Lisa Raye's own home. And ever since she found out, Lisa Raye has been dragging Nicole out, calling her out for her questionable narcissistic behavior, and making it very clear that she is a no-good homewrecker. But child, Nicole is done with the name calling. And can you believe that she feels no remorse for betraying Lisa Raye like that? Honestly, let's just get into this mess, because the reason why Nicole Murphy hasn't been called out for being a homewrecker is beyond me. Ever since she got divorced from Eddie Murphy, Nicole has been running through her friends' husbands like she's in the Fast and Furious franchise, trying to make back the dough that she lost after her divorce. Y'all remember when she got caught up in a scam when her friend Tony Stratos finessed her out of $10 million, which came out of her $15 million divorce settlement, which is crumbs compared to what Eddie really earned during their marriage, as well as the amount of kids that this woman pushed out for him, which is 5. But I digress. And I bet Nicole saw her life flash before her eyes the minute she realized that all that cash ain't ever coming back. And the child support was quickly drying up because those kids were hitting 18 fast. Nicole wanted to get back to the life that she had grown accustomed to. And like some pretty women that rely heavily on their looks, she was looking for the next man to bankroll her life. Hey, I ain't judging. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Do you, boo-boo? But where it starts getting all shady and messed up is when she started slithering around men that were married to her friends. And she didn't stay single for long. Once she got called out, she dusted herself off, picked up her Louboutin, and went out to find the next home to wreck. But folks really caught on to her when she tried to get with Antoine Fuqua, Leah Rashawn's husband, and was seen publicly locking lips with him in a bikini. And baby, it was a PR nightmare for Nicole, and she really tried to get ahead of the situation by saying that they were just family friends that were merely giving each other a friendly hello. Ciao. Word on the street was that Eddie wasn't too happy about all of the negativity and made her go back and publicly apologize, because all of a sudden she came out saying all of this stuff about her not sending the message and trying to get away with the fake apology. Child, I don't know. It was a mess.
I know. Trust me, Wendy. Trust me. I wish it didn't happen.
Okay. Repeat where this happened.
Well, I think it was a moment where I should have thought more through the situation, made better judgments, you know? So it's something that I apologize for. What happened was there was a statement that was released. I did not put out that statement. I was actually on the airplane, and I was coming back from Europe.
They were in Italy at a film festival.
Yes.
And allegedly...
But I was out there for business.
Okay.
There was some designers out there as well, so I was dealing with that. Okay. There was familiar faces out there, and it happened.
Where did this happen?
I was in Italy.
No, I mean, where did that happen right there? Because you all looked like you just woke up in the morning.
No, we did not.
Your body looks
phenomenal. First of all, I was at the pool. Okay. We're on a different time zone. I was having a hard time staying awake. I was drinking an espresso. That's it.
Okay, and you leaned in.
It was a moment that should not have happened. I regret it, and I apologize for it. And I'm a human being. It was a mistake.
Now, I don't think someone can just wake up one morning and start locking lips with a married man by mistake. No one's buying what she's selling.
I was hearing from my sources that she had called the paparazzi to take the pictures of her.
That's what I thought anyway.
And that this is not the first time she's done it.
Whoop.
And that the reason why she's doing it is because she, in fact, actually does want to be with him.
Of course.
And she, in fact, if they're kissing like that, you know they f***ing.
What are the odds that these two black people would be in Italy and run into each other if they did not leave America to go to Italy together?
And what are the odds that paparazzi does not checking for either one of them is going to find them in some remote place in Italy to take pictures?
The foreign paparazzi. Hey, isn't that this director who we don't ever see and Nicole Murphy who we don't ever see? Oh yeah, let's take their picture right now while they're kissing.
Exactly. And let them kiss multiple times to make sure that the paparazzi gets it.
Throughout the day.
Throughout
2
the
days. In the robes.
Right.
In the swimwear.
In your robes.
Like they were just waiting for y'all.
So that's what I was hearing, and that's what I didn't report because I was trying to be like, that's my girl. And in Love Muffins, if you don't believe that, go back to a couple of podcasts ago, or maybe more than a couple, like 8 podcasts ago, when I was talking about this, you were going in on her.
I was.
And I was pumping the brakes.
You were.
I was like, no, you know, I was doing that. You know, I was just, you know, I'm just reaching for everything, trying to not.
I'm like, that hussy.
Yeah. Not to really expose her for being the lying scallywag that she is.
What I call her, a Jezebel.
She's a Jezebel, but she's a scallywag.
And LisaRaye didn't have any patience for the BS narrative that Nicole was trying to spin. She made it very clear that Nicole didn't make a mistake and was in fact looking for a rich man and thought that Antoine was going to be her next meal ticket. Why? Because Nicole had already done the same thing to LisaRaye.
The thing is this, when you're a woman and you grown, let's handle it like a woman. Let's talk face to face and let's get it out. But here's the thing. I sat with her a couple of months ago, longer than a couple of months ago, about 6 months ago. And
this was after the alleged affair?
Before.
Okay.
And I said, let's talk about it, because I waited a very long time for you and I to get like this right here, face to face, you know? And
no, she's talking about Nicole, not me.
Right.
Relax.
And we had a good conversation because she said to me, you know what? We're two older women that look good that's in the business. I hate this. And I do too, because I hate when we can't bridge the gap between women. You know, we should not be in that position.
Right.
I will say this.
Nicole had an affair with Michael Misick while he was married to LisaRaye. She and LisaRaye were good friends. And in fact, Nicole was present at their wedding. Nicole moves like a green snake in green grass. So of course she denied ever sleeping with LisaRaye's husband. LisaRaye didn't back down and confirmed once again that Nicole did in fact have an affair with her ex-husband, and the brat, hello sister, also said the same thing.
That's true, absolutely true.
So what happened exactly?
Just what you said. She messed around with my husband. Here's the thing, we've all done something that we regret, we've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years, that's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you gotta look up, and your person that you invited to your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you gotta look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right.
Nicole have reportedly been close friends for years, and they travel in the same circle.
And my thing is this, plus, you know, you're not talking about it all the time. That friendship stuff?
Yeah.
No, ma'am.
Well, but listen, the whole internet's on fire about it. Even your sister, the brat, Lisa Raye McCoy, jumped in social media and said, girl, Nicole Murphy, you went after Lela Rashawn's husband too? Shaking my head so wrong again.
Ooh, wait, hold on.
So what's the fine print of the tea? Like, did she go after Lisa Raye's husband when she was married to the...
Absolutely. When my sister was the first lady of Turks and Caicos, absolutely. What?
And LisaRaye has never changed her story, and she ain't letting Nicole forget that she pulled this on her.
To that, Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Mm-hmm. Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, you know, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing. She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, you know. And so, you know, when your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, you know. And she was right.
How'd you find that out?
I had checked the manifest of my plane, because we owned a plane. And so when you check that list, it says all the people that have rode on the plane. And she didn't ride on it with me, and nor did she receive an invitation from me. So if you had a girlfriend that has her own island, I would think that you would call and say, hey, girl, I'm coming, because I was getting everybody to come. So why you would accept an invitation from him and you don't even know him is unbeknownst to me. I don't know how that could happen. Do you? I guess not.
I never owned a private plane or
not that part.
No, I mean, I don't know, but meaning, yes, this is too rich for me. The manifest of the list, like, damn. So you saw her name on the list.
Mm-hmm. And I tried to call her. And, at first she said, no, I haven't been to Turks and Caicos. I have not been. And it was like, well, wait a minute, And then I called again, and then she stopped answering the phone. So at the time she was dating, at this time,
Michael
when
Strahan?
I found out, she was dating Michael Strahan. So I called him. And I said, hey, do you know anything about this? And, we talked or whatever. And I said, well, let me send you a tape that I have of proof, And so I did.
What tape? What was on the tape?
It was a tape of her and Michael where she was dropping Michael off at the private airport in her car. And they opened the gate and they pulled up to the plane, and she gets out and he gets out, and I go, oh, I didn't know y'all knew each other. And I'm gonna leave it right there because that part is my business. The other part is someone else's business, which I've never, would speak on. But for me, that was enough. It was like, wow, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
Me too.
Friends don't do that now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that I would think an enemy would do, or somebody that I just don't know. But someone that you have to watch your girl. Where I come from, south side of Chicago, that's an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping. Period.
LisaRaye sent the proof to Nicole's then boyfriend, Michael Strahan, and I'm guessing that was enough for Michael and Nicole to call up their engagement and go their separate ways. But Nicole doesn't have any intentions of apologizing to LisaRaye the way she did with Layla. Word on the street is that she is pissed that LisaRaye is still bringing up something that happened more than 15 years ago, which is now ruining her image. According to Nicole, she wasn't the only one of LisaRaye's friends that Michael was sleeping with and funding their lifestyle. But for some reason, it looks like LisaRaye has way more energy and venom for her than any of the rest of them.
Media. It may be social media. No. Social media took on a mountain of its own. And like I said, listen, it said I broke up somebody's marriage, which is absolutely false. I never did that. There was a statement released by that ex-husband saying it's false. And
you're talking about when LisaRaye got involved and said you slept with her husband.
Yes, and it's not true.
No, she talked real breezy on social media.
I know, it's not true. First of all, her husband released a statement.
That was the Turks and Caicos king.
Yes, saying it's not true.
Yeah, I saw that.
Nobody focused on that issue. No one, they just focused on
bed with Roxy, so
it has nothing to do with me.
I'm just saying.
Nicole is still mourning the loss of her partner, Warren Braithwaite, to cancer. She doesn't really have time to be dealing with any mess that LisaRaye brings to her doorstep, instead of going after the cheating man that promised to be faithful and broke those vows every time. And according to Nicole, LisaRaye is still hung up on her ex, which is why she's looking for someone to blame other than just accepting that it wasn't meant to work out. First, it was Dwayne Martin, Tisha Campbell's ex-husband, and now it's Nicole. LisaRaye married that man because she wanted the wealth and comfort of being the first lady of Turks and Caicos, while Michael got with her because he wanted a beautiful, successful Hollywood A-lister on his arms who could bring him all of the connections that he desired. And when it wasn't working out, LisaRaye left him. Nicole is tired of LisaRaye consistently dragging and poking and blaming her for a marriage that was never going to work out in the first place. After LisaRaye's viral interview came out, Nicole posted this on her social media with the caption, quote, "You can still be sexy, but keep it classy," end quote. But that's not the caption we're talking about here. Rather, it's the song she's dancing to. It says, quote, It's some money at my table, grab a seat with me. Cost a ticket just to cover my legal fees. I don't hang with jealous bees, that's a weak disease. Hold on, run up. If you broke and in my business, then just shut up. I invest in my body, B. I'm done up. I look good. I like to F him when the sun up, end quote. Nicole didn't have to say any names for folks to know that she's clapping back at LisaRaye. And someone in her comments said, quote, when you hit the ish, you ain't gotta say a word, just flex, end quote. But Nicole still ain't winning points with anyone. LisaRaye was her friend, so no matter what problem she and Michael had in their relationship, Nicole should have never been one of those problems, and folks are still dragging her for it. Quote, as long as LisaRaye is alive, Nicole Murphy will never know peace for effing her man while still being her friend, and she ain't wrong, end quote. And another, quote, Nicole Murphy is so gorgeous to be as diabolical as she is. Sleeping with your friend's husbands is so lowbrow, ick, end quote. And another, quote, I don't understand how Nicole could end her marriage to Eddie after being cheated on, only to have affairs with her friends' husbands. She seems to care more about still being hot and alluring than her friendships with LisaRaye or Layla, end quote. But do you guys think that LisaRaye is right to still be talking about this? Or should she let it go and leave Nicole alone? Let's talk in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.